And welcome back, everybody. We are live here on We Digital. Match number 2, the OCAA men's soccer taking the pitch now. We're here at Acumen Stadium on the campus of St. Clair College here in Windsor, Ontario. The Sheridan Bruins are in town, led by fourth-year coach Alex Ligori. They'll take on the St. Clair Saints' 24-year-old bench boss Gianni Ferri, second year with the Saints, but first as the head coach of the Saints. The starting lineups, we'll take a look at the visiting Sheridan Bruins first. So Nicholas Siglarski is your keeper. Lachlan Brown Sutherland, Hankowski, Correa, Mateo Ligori, Sabaya, David Munoz, Samuel Vera, Wojat, Storty, and Ibe are your starters for the Sheridan Bruins. Now for Gianni Ferri's starting lineup for his St. Clair Saints, Max Rahi is the keeper. Mateo Ventura, Guillermo Silva, Alicio Pizzuto, Noah Bronco, Aiden Belcastro, Karar Mitak, Alex Artico, Nicholas Rahi, Thomas Saba out of Leamington, and Aaron Thwaites round out the starting 11 for the hometown St. Clair Saints. They are in all white. They'll be going from right to left across your screen. The Sheridan Bruins, as the women were, in the double blues, dark blue with the light blue lettering. The Saints lost their first matchup last week against defending national champs, the Humber Hawks, 4-2. That game was close. It was tied at about the 82nd minute, then Humber got a couple of late ones to put that one away. The early OCAA ranks have the St. Clair Saints at 10, so a top 10 even on an 0-1 team has got to be an improvement for the Saints. The Bruins have an OCAA rank of 4. They defeated Mohawk last week, and they were 7-1-2 last year, where the Saints were 2-7-1. 23 goals for last season for the Bruins, only 8 against. Only 11 goals for the Saints and 22 against. We're getting ready to kick this thing off. The Saints are going to have the first possession. It's about 24 Celsius. Humidex about 25, 26 here. Just a breath of breeze, nothing significant. Actually pretty warm down on the turf here on the pitch at Acumen. We've got a little bit delay, not sure what we're waiting for here. Everyone just kind of standing around waiting for getting the thumbs up, and I think we're ready to go. And there's the opening whistle, and we're underway here at Acumen Stadium. Saba sends it back, and the Saints have the first possession. They go all the way back to the keeper, and Rahi's there. Last week we saw Humber kind of control the ball most of that match last week, so we'll see what happens here this week. As Silva goes down, that's Ventura. Ventura loses possession. A little battle at midfield. Which way is that one? That's going the way of the Bruins on the throw. So in the opening minute here at St. Clair College, on the pitch at Acumen Stadium, a throw in and a header. Thwaites was there. Saba, nice little slide by the Saints defender. That was Belcastro. Number 6 arguing with the referee. That's Hankowski. 5'9" out of Mississauga. Not liking the first call from our official. So Saba's going to have the first free in a good spot here in the first minute. He lets his forwards move up. Just a short attack. Instead of going for a strike, they elect to just keep possession. Trying to play a slow controlled early on for Gianni Ferri and his 11. And that ball just trickles out of play, so an early turnover by the Saints. And that'll be a throw-in on the far side, just underneath the scoreboard as we enter 1.5 minutes played. Throw-in for the Bruins. The sun has definitely broken through the clouds. It was an overcast day pretty much all day long here in the Windsor-Essex region. But late in the women's game, where the St. Clair Saints women's team won 4-0 against the Sheridan Bruins, exacting some revenge from last year's playoff loss. But the sun really kind of came out during that second half, and the goals came out for the Saints women's team as well, as they scored 3 in the second half. Bruins have control now in their own end. 21 has the ball. There's a number we don't have on our sheet. So they did a number change somewhere in there. Headed forward nicely by the Bruins. And stolen away by the Saints. Nice little move, and they kind of center the ball just to get possession and clear away any trouble. That ball is cleared away. That's past everyone. Heads towards the Bruins bench. And they'll have a throw in there. Bruins have it. Nice little back heel. Gets around the first bit of pressure by the Saints. Bar on the far side in front of the Bruins bench. Sends the ball up. Oh, that's trouble. They keep it heading towards the net. You got to clear it away. First big chance. That ball got away from the keeper, Rahi. And the Bruins have the first big chance of this matchup. As we watch this big bounce off the turf. And a nice play by the striker to get it past the keeper. But one defender back for the Saints is able to keep the ball out of the net. That was Karar Pithak. So a bit of a mistake by the Saints, but no damage done. This one's still 0-0. We're in the 4th minute. Vera with the throw. The Saints try and take over. Sabaya. Sabaya has a little bit of pressure behind and pushes it back. Osayande Ibi, the back defender for the fullback for the Bruins. Pushes up to Hankowski. Hankowski sends a big ball. They got a runner on the far left. That's over both the heads. Correa's there. And that ball heads out of play into the parking lot. That ball is going to have to get chased down by somebody as they get a ball in from the sideline referee for the throw. Bruins just throw it back for keep the possession game. 21 sends it near side. Tries to send it to the corner, but the defender's there for the Saints. No damage. That ball heads up to the crowd, so some of the St. Clair faithful get that ball back into play. You can see the umbrellas out here. The temperature has really risen here in this match number 2 here today. Oh, nice little move. Pizzuto has 2 defenders on him. And that ball heads, he's looking for a foul call, and he is going to get it. The Saints player that he gave the advantage to, you can see the jersey tug there. Brown Sutherland couldn't get Pizzuto, so he gave a tug of the jersey to slow him down. And there's Thomas Saba, Cardinal card grad. He's wearing the armband for the Saints. He's the captain, wearing the captain's armband, 37. He scored one of the 2 goals for the Saints last week. Him and Pizzuto scored the 2 lone Saints goal. Humber put 4 across, 2 late in that matchup. Finally, a little bit of cloud cover here. A little play on the far side. Over everyone's head, headed a few times away. The Saints try and keep possession, but that ball is out of any danger. Mithak is there. Mithak loses possession. They're in trouble here. But Saba comes all the way back to help. And an interesting kick. Tries to save it, but now he cost his team a corner. He tried to go all the way back to Rahi, the keeper. Didn't get a good foot on it. And now it's going to be a corner for the Bruins. That looks like Matthew Hankowski taking the corner. He had 3 goals for the Bruins last season, 5'9" out of Mississauga. Philip Pocock, high school, 4th-year player. He's going to get ready for the left boot. Sends it in, punched away by the keeper. Out of any danger for now, but sent right back in and now cleared away. The Saints have a runner coming up the middle, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Saints. The Saints just elect to throw it in short. Far side, Saints control. Artico sends it back. Artico playing kind of a three-man game with his defenders. Now sends it out wide. Looks for Sab up the middle, doesn't find him. Ibby kind of pinches up to help the Bruins defense. Which way is this going? This one's going to be a throw-in for the Bruins on the far side near midfield. Early on in this one, match number 2, the Saints women's team won the first one 4-0 against the visiting Bruins. That's headed away by Belcastro for the Saints. And that's near side. A couple of Saints players there. Kicked away by Ventura, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Saints. In the middle of the field now, the Saints control. They try and send someone down the middle. That's Pizzuto. That gets defended nicely by Ibby. And here come the Bruins. That's Munoz. And that ball is stolen away. Bob Belichico with the footwork on the near sideline. There's Bob. That ball looks like, the offside flag is up as Pizzuto snuck in behind the defenders. Brown Sutherland sends it back to Ibby. And Brown Sutherland brings it up. The Saints pressure. Nice little out pass by Sabaya. And here come, that ball's in the box. That's going to be a good spot for the Bruins, just on the outside of the box. As we take a look at that again on the replay, you can see the contact there on the football, but the 20-yard line on the Acumen Stadium football field / pitch. So it's going to be a first big chance of the match here for either team as the referee paces off to 10 yards. Saints are going to have 3 defenders there. That looks like Nicholas Rahi and Saba. I didn't see the third body that's in there for the Saints. Sheridan has a right footer and a left footer getting ready. The left footer's going to take it. No, he runs past. Defended nicely. Looks like Saba got a lot of that one as he hustles it down. They kicked it right into the Saints' wall. Slowing things down. The Bruins trying to get their offense set up and organized. Near side to Ibby. Ibby, big, tall defender, 6'5" from Caledon. Robert F. Hall High School, his third year. Near side to Vera, and this ball's turned over. The Saints have it. Little pressure from behind from Silva. Now Silva finds some space. Nice pressure by the Bruins, and they turn it over. That's Munoz. Munoz looking for some space. Some arm fighting there by both teams. And Saba is able to get the loose ball. A little bit of hand fighting. The referee let them play on. Near side to Artico. And now over to Saba. Saba with the big boot far side. Let's see if they can keep this one in. Headed nicely. There's a battle for that one. Sheridan still comes away. And Sheridan's going to have it at midfield and regroup. We're in the 11th minute. 0-0. Only one shot so far. That's by the Bruins. Ball on the far side. That ball heads towards the goal. Oh, the keeper has to slide out to handle that one. And Rahi is there in time. Max Rahi gave up 4 goals last week to Humber. 6'3" keeper out of Leamington's Cardinal Carter High School. Got 3 different players from Leamington on this squad, and 20 of the 22 for Coach Gianni Ferry are from the Windsor-Essex region, so some solid soccer being played here in this region, and the Saints have a lot of them on this squad. Saints have 1 player out of London, England, Fisher Butler, and then Munyar out of Colombia. Oh, there's 1 more also, Silva out of in Brazil. Headed back to the keeper. And Sheridan has it. So slowly brought up again by the Saints. Saba pressures and steals. Saba has 2 defenders on him. He gets around both of them. Saba has some space. Silva, far side, misses. A great effort by Thomas Saba to get around 2 defenders and set up Silva for a chance, but the Saints unable to capitalize on the mistake by Sheridan. Saba earning that armband there with his play. On the women's side, reminds me of Oliveto in the middle of the field, kind of quarterbacking that offense and always somehow being a magnet for that ball, always being somewhere near the ball to cause trouble for the opposing team. Throw in far side. You see some of the fans hanging over the fence on the far side, taking in this OCAA men's soccer action. My name is Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us here on We Digital. This is the second weekend of soccer action here across Ontario. Throw in far side for the Bruins. Bounces over 2 players' heads, and they still battle. Saints are able to come away with it. They might go all the way back to the keeper, and they do. Belcastro just pushes it back to Rahi. Rahi, little footwork around the forward of the Bruins just to get a little space, and they're going to go all the way back to Rahi again. That's Max Rahi, his brother Nicholas, also on this team. There's a battle again, the hand fighting. They let you play on. Munoz gets it all the way back to the defender for the Bruins. The unnamed number 21, as his number is obviously changed from what's on our roster sheet. Ibby plays it to the middle of the logo here at Acumen Stadium. Far side now, little pitch and catch. The forward defender falls down, but he's able to get back to Ibby. That ball just gets through everybody, and the Bruins come away with it, Vera. But there's Thomas Saba stealing it away again. Up the middle, they got a runner. That ball's onside. They look for the flag. He's got it on his left foot. All the defenders there at the last moment. Pizzuto looking for his second of the year. A nice job by 21 to get back defensively. Pizzuto might have waited just a hair too long to get that shot off. And watch 21 just on his heels. And just to deflect that ball away. So just held on to it a moment too long. And the defender is able to get back. So Saba takes it to the corner. 4 Saints crowd in the box, now joined by Pizzuto, so there's a 5th. Lots of movement from the Saints. It's a high curving ball. That one's right towards the goal mouth, but defended away, still battling for the ball, and finally cleared away by the Bruins. 1-on-1 down the far side. That ball is going to stay in. It is. And Munoz has it. And that ball goes high off a couple of players, and the Bruins look to control, but pressure by the Saints. That's Pizzuto again. Pizzuto again scored last week. He's 5'9" out of Windsor, Holy Names product. Taking their time now at midfield. Right near the edge line. Sabaya is there. Gets it back to the defender. And they're going to go all the way back to the keeper and regroup from there. Zaglarski, the keepers for the Bruins. Near side, looking for somewhere to go with it. Got a couple of defenders near him. And the Saints try and steal, but again, that's Vera comes away with it. Vera and Munoz. Munoz gets past the defender, looking for a cross, and that's healed away nicely by the Saints. And the Saints slow things down, and they have possession now. We're in the 17th minute, 0-0 here at Acumen Stadium. Bit of a back and forth action. Both teams have had their chances here early. 2 shots to 1 for the Saints. No saves. There's a shove from behind. No whistle. Oh, that's shoved again, so that's going to go in favor of the Saints. They play it quickly to Silva, but quickly turn the ball over. maybe rushed it a little bit too much before they were set up. And here's a ball in. The keeper's going to have to come grab that one. Look at even Silva kind of putting his hands down, telling to calm everyone down. I think they rushed that free kick a little bit. The Saints, they are able to battle through, but the Bruins come away with it. They go all the way back to the keeper. Bruins have it again. Near side. Hankowski just boots it away. Looking for a runner right up the middle. They got one there. Might have hit a hand, but they play on. So a nice ball from Hankowski to try and send in the striker for the Bruins. One-on-one battle outside. Lots of hand fighting there. Jersey tug by Rahi. That one's heeled in. Pizzuto. Couple of Saints over there. That's Nicholas Rahi over with Pizzuto, but Ibby has it. Back to Hankowski. Back to midfield for the Bruins. Again, runner up the middle. Keeper's way out of there and has to kick it high into the air at midfield. And it heads over to the bench side where you see Gianni Ferry manning the sidelines. There's the young bench boss for the Saints. Second year with the school, but his first year as the head coach, 24-year-old head coach for the Saints. A 4-year starter at Michigan State University. Brings a lot of experience, playing experience to this St. Clair team. And we'll see what he can bring in as a way of coaching. 3 Bruins come out, only 2 defenders back. Now a 3rd defender back. Trying to get around the edge. That's Ligori. But he loses the ball. The ball's still in. And defended nicely. The Saints escape. Ventura gives it up. Nice footwork by the Saints. Alex Artico, 1 goal last year, but showing the fancy footwork there to keep the Bruins at bay. Oh, nice little heel. And a nice outlet pass from Artico. Oh, nice little pass up the middle. They got Ventura. Pizzuto hit him nicely. He's got the ball in his left boot. He gets taken down. Let's see if we have a call. They're pointing to the spot. A penalty kick coming for the St. Clair Saints. A beautiful attack from coast to coast from the Saints. Artico with an outlet pass. And then it was Pizzuto getting it to Ventura. Ventura gets taken down here by number 5, Lachlan Brown-Sutherland. And that's going to be a penalty kick on the spot here for the Saints. Let's see if it's going to be Ventura taking it. It appears it is. Nicholas Saglarski, the keeper. We get the whistle. That boot's in the far side. He tries to do a split kick save. Unable to do so. The St. Clair Saints score on the penalty kick. The Saints lead this one 1-0. Mateo Ventura, as we watch the replay again, the play that led to that penalty kick in the 21st minute. And getting taken down by the defender. The defender, I don't know why, he seemed surprised. He took him down. And a beautiful shot to the left side of the goal. And in the 21st minute, the Saints take a lead. Mateo Ventura with his first of 2025. He had 4 last season.
St. Clair Saints goal. Scored in the 21st minute by number 9, Mateo Ventura.
Bruins trying to pressure quickly. Didn't see how they respond here, trailing by 1. Another tough matchup as you see the Sheridan Bruins women's team making their way to the stands. They dropped a 4-0. This one heads towards the keeper. Punched away. Sab is there. The St. Clair's women's team won 4-0 against those Sheridan Bruins that are heading to the crowd now to cheer on their men's team. Here we almost a 2-on-1 chance for the Saints. Just a missed outlet pass from Ventura. He had Pizzuto there. Bruins have it far side, 1-0. 3 shots to 1 in favor of the Saints here. The sun seems to have gone behind the clouds here again for a little bit, so temperature a little bit more comfortable here on the pitch at Acumen. Saints elect to go all the way back to the keeper. Zaglarski giving up the goal on the penalty kick. Brown Sutherland, he was the offender on that penalty kick. He took down Ventura. Here come the Saints again. That's Nicholas Rahi, far side. Nice rush by the Saints, but nothing there. And that ball gets trickled past the boundary line by Artico, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Bruins. That's still going to be a throw-in. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to bring it all the way back for the throw-in, back towards the bench. We're about halfway through the first half here. 23rd minute. There's another boot in. Ventura's there. That one almost trickles by him. We've seen a couple of near misses by the Saints defense. But they've defended well so far. And when needed, Max Rahi has come well out of his net to help out his defenders. A little two-man game. Saba gets knocked down, but keeps battling. Lots of fighting in the just near the box. Saints come away with it. Oh, turnover. Not the pass he was looking for on the outlet. That ball gets sent in. Bruins try and find some space. Left foot towards the net. Rahi's there. And the keeper falls on it. Didn't get a lot on that shot for the Bruins, as Rahi's going to send everyone down to get him ready for a drop kick, it appears. Good boot over everyone's head all the way to the defense line. And the Bruins are going to be happy just to regroup with Ibby on the back line. Little chip in. Nice header, but that's Rahi's going to have to come well out of his net again to grab that one. Saba in the middle. Looks far side, just misses Artico. Silva hops over a defender, the Saints control. Tries for a big crossing pass to the near side to Pizzuto. Pizzuto tries to go to the middle. Tries to send an entry pass there. That was Artico trying to sneak up the middle. Saba to Silva now. This time they go far side. That looks like Noah Bronco on the far side. The tall Bronco, 6'2" out of Kingsville. Another Cardinal Carter product out of Leamington. There's a ball far side. Saints are rushing for it, but the keeper has to come out to scoop it up and bowls it out far left side. Rahi was lurking. Hankowski now, their leading scorer in 2024 in the middle. Near side by the line. Ventura keeping an eye on 3 different Bruins players. This time the Bruins elect to go far side. Again, moving slowly, the Bruins are. Still in their back third. They're trying to move it up the midfield now. Again, they were looking for some runs up the middle earlier, kind of chipping it over the fence. This time they're going a little bit slower. Now Saba defends. Now the middle, stolen away by the Saints. That's Silva. Silva gets grabbed. They play on. Chipped up. That's Rahi on the far side. He's not going to be able to catch up to that one. Nicholas Rahi. 5'11", Cardinal Carter again. Second year for Nick Rahi. So a lot of these players obviously familiar with each other, playing so many local players on this squad. Sheridan again has it. This time they're looking for the long ball. But the Saints are there, but it goes right back to Sabaya. Sabaya on the near side to Munoz. Munoz looking to get past the defender. Oh, defended really nicely by the Saints. That ball trickles past the boundary line. That's going to be a throw-in. That's Samuel Vera with the throw. 5'8" out of Mississauga. St. Joan of Arc in his 4th year. A little give and go by the Bruins. Bruins have a little get something going. Wojaj sends a burner into the keeper. Easily scooped up by Rahi. And the Saints come away. There's your clock. We're in the 28th minute. It's 1-0. In the 21st minute, Mateo Ventura scored on the PK. He was brought down in the box by Sutherland, Brown Sutherland. A little shove from behind, but the Bruins are going to come away with it as the ball trickles over the end line on the sideline, and it'll be a Bruins throw. 3 shots apiece. This ball gets thrown in just to the edge of the box. That's Hankowski. He's battling, but the Saints come away. Turned right back over to Vera. Sabaya. The Saints get in the way of the entry pass, and it rolls away for a quick throw-in. There's 14, Vera. He's got 11, Munoz on the cross. The Saints get it away temporarily, but the Bruins still control. And that one's kicked high in the air. Let's see who comes away with it. Pizzuto was there. Ibby has to come off his back line to help out. Oh, and the player goes down hard. Silva, the 2 number 10s, got their feet tangled up as Silva takes down Sabaya. Silva tried to help him back up as he gets a talking to from our head referee. And you can see him, the referee, also explaining it to Maoud Sabaya out of Mississauga, St. Martin High School, 4th-year player. So we have substitutions coming in finally. The first sub, and Silva is going to come off after that foul and collision. So it was Correa with the goal. I thought I saw a different number, but nonetheless, we're even at 1. Keeper has a little bit of trouble, and he turns it over. A couple players battle for it. Saints come away, tries to get it up to Fisher. Fisher Butler. You can hear someone yelling for that ball. That was Pizzuto. Pizzuto sends up Ventura. Ventura's got a little bit of space. Nice pass into Mastriani. Saba's there. Saba with the crossing pass. Mithak. Big boot from Artico. That sails off his foot. Well away from everybody. So 1-1. You'll get that corrected on the scoreboard there shortly. We're in the 32nd minute. Sheridan has possession of it on the far side. Ibby has it, brings it up slowly. Mastriani comes up to defend. And there's Rahi again, well out of his goal area to scoop that up. Ligori just hanging around just in case Rahi makes a mistake. And there's it updated the score, 1-1. Here in the first half, Saints score in the 21st minute on a penalty kick by Ventura. Correa evens it up in the 30th minute on a rebound shot. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side for the Saints. The initial shot that went to Rahi, he was able to stick the right boot out, made an excellent save, but it went right back to Correa, and Correa easily put it to the back of the net. And that's where we stand now as the Bruins have tied it. Midhawk has a little bit of trouble, turns it over. Saints are in trouble. No call. They're going to play on. Looks like the player had a little bit of a phantom dive there a little bit. He was anticipating contact and went to the turf a little bit too easy. He would have been better just trying to stay on his feet and continue to play instead of diving down. Battle on the far side. Pizzuto on the far side. So a good opportunity for the Saints here on the throw. They're going to let some of the other players catch up. Fisher Butler's there. Saba. They throw it all the way back to the defender. Saba just plays a little give and go. And this one's going to go all the way back. They might go all the way back to the keeper here. Nope, goes to the middle of the field. Off the midfielder of the Bruins. Mastriani. Saints looking for a lane. Surrounded by 5 defenders. Now they have space. Here comes Mastriani. Oh, they tried to send up Ventura. Ventura was trying to get past the defender, but it was blocked nicely. Here come the Bruins again. Some jersey grabbing. That's Correa, the goal scorer. Correa goes down. They play on. Saba, the referee letting him play. Fisher Butler calling for the ball on the near side. That ball is heading up. Fisher Butler's up there, but so are 2 blue shirts. And this ball's up, but he's well offside. And he runs right out of his shoe. Loses a shoe, loses a Dr. Scholl's orthopedic. And he's going to have to regroup after that yard sale. So Fisher Butler running right out of his cleat. And now we have substitutions on the far end for the Bruins. And you can see on the replay, just losing everything. Just at the 15-yard line, Turf Monster comes out and grabs him, takes a shoe and takes a Dr. Scholl's pad with him. That was number 9, Matteo Ligori, coming off for the Bruins. And it looks like we might have a player with some blood on him. So 21 looks to be checking his hand out. And he's going to have to go to the trainer and probably come out of this match temporarily while the trainer takes care of a player with blood on him. So a bit of a delay here. We're in the 36th minute. We're tied at 1-1. Five shots to 4 in favor of the Bruins. 3 saves for Max Rahi. Only 1 so far for the keeper, Siglarski. So this ball is going to be in the Bruins' back third once we get this back underway. And there's the whistle. And they elect just to go back to the keeper to play it safe. There's a big boot to midfield. Bruins have control in front of us here in the booth. And that ball is chipped high away. A little 50-50 ball headed away by the Saints. Bruins have it. He's got some space. Tries to chip it up. The Saints are able to clear it away for temporarily. Here comes a big boot. Fakes the shot. Here comes the next shot. Looked like it went through the uprights, but over the goal. And we're still even at 1. Goal kick for the Saints. As we're in the last 10 minutes or so with this first half. Far side in front of the Saints bench. And that ball goes right into the Saints bench. They'll have the throw in. Ball trickles away again. This time it's going to be the Bruins on the throw. Directing traffic on the far side. Finally throws it in. That's number 2, Morris. John Luke Morris kind of chipped it away. He's out of Brampton, 5'8", number 2. St. Edmund School, second year. We're in the first half. Match number 2 here at Acumen Stadium. The women Saints won the first matchup 4-0. And we stand at 1-1 here in the second match of the day. Again, Rahi directs traffic and sends a big boot up to midfield. Mastriani misses the header. Ibby, the tall 6'5" defender, does get it. But here come the Saints. That's Pizzuto. Team's looking for possession at midfield. Oh, turnover. Bruins have it and a bit of a run. Trying to get around the edge. The player goes down. They're going to... What's the call? They're going to say the foul occurred outside the box, I think. This was really close. Let's take a look at this on the replay. You can see the yellow line is the box, and yeah, the foul started to occur. That's really close. It looked like the foul began as you see the left-handed defender coming up. The left-hander started right on the edge of the box. So no penalty kick, but it's still going to be a good position for the Bruins here, as Saba is discussing with the referee and the Bruins player. We've just entered the 40th minute of play. I didn't see a yellow card, but they might have issued one. The referee went to his book. Yeah, it looks like there has been a yellow card issued. So I don't know if we still have that replay to see the number as they set up this free kick. Now the referee paces off the free kick. It's going to be a great position here for the Bruins as we're tied at 1. Just over 5 minutes plus any added time here to go in the first half. Again, the Bruins have 2 players over the ball. Last time they ran the left footer past the ball and let the right footer take it. So it sounds like it was 13 that had the yellow. So that's Aiden Belcastro, 5'10" out of LaSalle. Villanova grad. Again, the left footer runs past it. High ball, that's nowhere near anything. The striker there looking for a field goal, not the one in the net, but boots it well over the net.
40th minute, St. Clair, number 13, Aiden Belcastro.
So Belcastro gets the yellow. Lucky it wasn't a PK there. Referee could have easily awarded a PK on that one. So we remain at 1. Big boot up from Max Rahi. Midfield, Saba leaps, doesn't get anything on it. That's Pizzuto. Sends it back to Saba. Saba rolls it up. Tries to step through a defender, unable to do so. Nice little outside pass. Saints try to heel it away, but the Bruins still control. Now the Saints get it back, and Saba's there. Pizzuto in the middle. Tries to send Mastriani on the outside. He can't get past the big body of Ibby. And he still has possession. Ibby running through everyone, but finally gets the ball taken away from him. That's up to Bronco. Bronco can't do anything with it. And now they got a couple runners, one down the far left side. He's got 2 to his right and a trailer coming. And that player goes down. Now they're going to just be a corner kick there. As you see the defender, that's number 13, Belcastro. He's got to be careful too. Already holding a yellow. But that was a clean defensive play, just kicking the ball out. The Saints can't afford to go down to 10 men here, so Belcastro will have to be careful here in the last half plus a few minutes. Far side, the right boot on the corner. Some pushing and shoving going on as the big Ibby is right in the middle of the goal mouth, 6'5". But that sky's over everybody. And that ball this time is going to be a throw-in near the corner. They throw it into Morris. Matt Morris passes it back to Mamahan. Bruins is on the edge of the box, tries a centering ball. The Saints clear it away. That's Ventura, the lone goal scorer for the Saints on the penalty kick back in the 21st minute. Just a few minutes to go here in the first half. You can see the clock winding up. Might have a couple minutes of added time. You hear some yelling from the far side, but that's going to go in favor of the Bruins, it appears. Can't see what they were complaining about there. Well, it's going to be another free, it looks like, on the far side, so another great position for the Bruins in the forward third. Referee again pacing off the steps. They've done the same play pretty much every time with the left footer and the right footer. Let's see if they change it up at all. They've been letting the right boot take it. Referee blows it back in. Here we go. The right boot takes it, headed just wide, and that's going to go over everything. A nice crossing ball by the Bruins. When they unable to get anything on the net. 8 shots to 4 for the Bruins. 3 saves for Rahi, only 1 for the Bruins keeper, Siglarski. The Bruins have had most of the control in this one. A 7-2-1 record last year for Sheridan, 2-7-1 for the Saints. Lots of new faces on this St. Clair team. They're trying to send Mastriani on the far side. Oh, headed away and dives into the Saints player. But the Bruins have it. We're approaching the final seconds of regulation, then some added time. Headed forward by the Saints. Bruins try and send up the middle. Little jersey tug. That ball's going to cross the boundary line. As we've now hit the 45th minute. And we've now started added time here. Long throw in, that goes right to a Sheridan player. Sheridan trying for another run here. They got number 8, Barneswell on the right side, crossing ball, defended, and that's going to head to the sideline. And that's going to be a throw in deep in the Saints area. So almost all the defenders are back for the Saints. Just Pizzuto keeping an eye on the back 3 defenders. There's a tall throw in. A couple heads by the Saints just to clear it out of trouble. They get that ball back in. Deflected away a couple times, and the Saints have it in the corner. And there's a clearing ball. And now the Saints have a bit of a run, just can't get past the last line of defense. We've now played a minute of added time here in the first half. We're tied 1-1. Maybe he has it near midfield. Looking for somewhere to go with it. He's got Mastriani watching him. Artico's over there as well. And that ball goes off the defender. And there looks like the final whistle. There it is of the first half. We're tied at 1. Mateo Ventura in the 21st minute. Correa in the 30th minute. We're tied at 1. My name is Dan Dominguez. We're going to step away for a quick timeout here on We Digital. We'll be back with second half action shortly.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for their
Welcome back, everybody, to Acumen Stadium here on the campus of St. Clair College. Here in Windsor, Ontario, my name is Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us here for men's OCAA soccer action. After one half of play, we're knotted at 1. The Bruins are going to have the first possession here in the second half. Goals in the first half. In the 21st minute on a penalty kick, Mateo Ventura got brought down the box and made no mistake on the penalty shot, on the penalty kick. And in the 30th minute, Correa tied it up for the Bruins. And we're underway here from the pitch at Acumen. So 8 shots to 4 in favor of the Bruins. They've had more of the control of this match so far. We've seen Rahi scrambled out of his goal area quite a bit here in this one, as the Bruins have tried the high ball kind of over the fence, as you see kind of another one trying to get over that last line of defense. And that ball heads to the corner, 1-on-1. Nice little give and go. That's going to roll all the way to the keeper. The keeper keeps it. No, it goes over the line. That's going to be a corner. Good attempt by Rahi to try and keep that one in play. But it's an early corner for the Bruins here. And there's on our screen there, if you want to be a part of the We Digital crew, get a hold of us at info@we-tv.ca. We have paid positions for camera, play-by-play, graphics assistant. You can come join the We Digital crew here, shooting all sorts of sports at St. Clair College and all across the Windsor-Essex area. Saints get this cleared after the corner and try a little entry ball. Nice ball. That's Pizzuto. Pizzuto had a goal last week for the Saints. Tries to get around the edge. Crossing ball. Oh, they had a man there, but the last defender is able to just tip it away. Ibby slips a little bit. The Saints try and jump the pass, and that's going to be a throw-in deep in Sheridan's end. Bruins letting everyone kind of get into position here before the throw. A little give and go off the throw. Kicked away easily by the Saints again. Another throw for Sheridan. Again, taking their time, trying to set something in off the throw. Not moving very quickly here as we early in the second half. Saints are able to kick that one away. That one skips past that Sheridan defender. That's in for Pizzuto. Pizzuto just can't get the run on that one. So that's going to head to the corner for the Saints. A little mistake in the back third by the Bruins. That leads to this corner. As you see, plenty of Saints entering the box now as they get ready for this corner. That's Saba out of Leamington, ready with the corner. That one's headed away by Ibby. The Saints still trying to pressure, but the Bruins come away. Saints have it again, just on the edge of the box, open up the left boot right into the defender. And the Saints try to apply pressure, but this time the Bruins finally get away past midfield. Kind of the same script as what we saw in the first half. The Saints really came out strong in the first half. The Bruins stayed with them and eventually tied it up in the 30th minute. Mastriani to Fisher Butler. Fisher Butler goes to the turf but turns the ball over. Here come the Bruins. Left boot, no good. High boot over everybody. And that's going to be a goal kick for the Saints. So the Saints, they're 0-1 coming in this one. They lost to Humber 4-2. They were tied until about the 81st minute. 82nd minute, I think, is when Humber finally scored, and then they put a fourth goal in late. Early ranks in the OCAA, they're ranked 10th. The Bruins have a 4th rank in the OCAA with their 1-0 win over Mohawk last week. Last year when these two teams met, the Bruins won 1-0. That match was played up in Sheridan. The Saints a couple years removed now from their national championship bronze medal, hosted here at St. Clair. Pretty much almost all new faces for the Saints team from that squad in 2023. Saba and maybe another body or two remaining, but not many. Ventura sends it up to Mastriani, no flag. Run down by the defender for the Bruins, and the Saints are going to have a throw in. Lots of blue shirts around the Saints player. He gets tripped down the edge of the box. They play on. Looks for a whistle. And let's see on the replay. Looks like it just went out of past the boundary line. No whistle. Looks like it could have been a foul call there, just on the outside of the box. There's a throw into traffic, and that gets sent right back out. It'll be another throw. Mastriani tries to control, but he can't. And the Bruins come away. That's Jean-Luc Morris. Big boot, 1-on-2. The keeper comes way out. He plays the one hop and bowls it out to the right side quickly. And here come the Saints again. That's Bronco. To the middle to Mastriani. Oh, Mastriani turns the ball over at midfield to Jean-Luc. Morris passes it up, but the Saints are able to get it back. Mastriani, nice little touch to the outside. 1-on-1 far side. Looking for some help. Brings it to the edge of the box, and that just bounces off the defender. That's going to be a throw-in on the far side near the Saints bench. We're in the 52nd minute here at Acumen Stadium. 8 shots to 6, so a couple of shots here early for the Saints. The saves, 3 for Rahi, 2 for Siglarski, and 1 goal apiece. The Saints getting theirs on the penalty kick. And the Bruins got theirs on a rebound. Comes near side, and that's Bronco. That goes off a defender, and they're pointing to the corner already, so that's going to be another opportunity for the Saints on the corner. There's number 12, Bronco, tall defender, 6'2", out of Kingsville, 4th-year player. Saba scoops up the ball and heads over to the corner as he'll take the corner. He's got a strong right boot. The Saints look to crowd this goal area. A little pushing and shoving before the ball's even in play. High up in the air, looking for a header. Oh, that ball is blown dead right away. So that's going to be turned over, and the Bruins are going to kick that one away. We're tied at 1. We got word over from Lacoste Park. The Saints swept a doubleheader from Sioux College and OCAA baseball play. They'll have one more against Sioux College tomorrow. And that game's, I believe, at noon tomorrow. And this one game they're going to be playing tomorrow over at Lacoste. 2 more soccer matches here at Acumen. The men's and women's will be here. That's Morris for the Bruins. Morris tries to slide a right boot. Big collision as the Saints player rolls over the Bruins player. That's number 8, Barneswell, that went down for the Bruins. That one almost gets past the Saints player. And now there's a flag up. That's going to be a foul on the Bruins. A little push after the play. That's Mamahan with the foul as he takes down the Saints player. Saints roll it around near side. Bronco with it. Right on the edge of the boundary line. Oh, tries to give and go, but Fisher Butler couldn't connect. Nice footwork, but that's just pushed out of bounds by Mastriani. And that'll be a throw for the Bruins. So 10-5 was the final over at Lacoste Park. It was 10-2 heading into the 7th, so you got a few late runs in that one. But they go ahead and sweep the doubleheader against Sioux College with that one more game coming tomorrow. Again, all of this you can watch on either St. Clair Athletics, but We Digital will have it for you. Check out our YouTube page and social media for all information regarding our broadcasts. Near side, Bruins try and get through. They got a little bit of a run coming here. Sabaya to the outside to Morris. Morris tries to put the right boot that might have caught a hand. The bench calling for a hand, no call. I think they got away with one there. Pizzuto, I don't know if we had that. Oh, nice little step around by Pizzuto. He's got Ibby on skates right now. Crossing ball, he's there. Oh, the goalkeeper comes out nicely, sliding on his knees to keep that one out of the net. A couple of nice plays there. Turf Monster comes up and gets the Bruins player back to his feet. Oh, nice entry ball. Munoz, goal! David Munoz with a beautiful goal here in the 56th minute. Munoz gives them there's the on the other end, that sliding play by the keeper. Oh, went through the 5-hole was Artico, or that was Fisher Butler. But here's the one-man effort. Just a left foot chip shot over Rahi and just gets into underneath the bar for the 2-1 lead for the Bruins. The Saints came out pretty strong here in the second half. But one little mistake and the Bruins capitalized and they lead this one 2-1. Substitution far side. That's Artico coming out. He's been strong today. As the Saints have a substitute coming on. Referee blows this back into play, and the ball goes back to Saba.
Scored in the 56th minute by number 11, David Munoz.
Saints have it far side. Trying to work the sideline. A little give and go, Mastriani, unable to connect. Stolen away by the Bruins. They have some runners. Oh, Saba comes back nicely on defense to help out and take the ball right back. Saba quickly loses it. Physical play, and Saba is going to get called. Saba, all sorts of clutching and grabbing there. He's definitely going to get the call. Oh, he's going to also get a yellow card for his effort. So that's in the 58th minute. Saba gets a yellow. You remember Bill Castro also received a yellow back in the first half. So a couple players sitting on yellow, but you watch all the clutching and grabbing. Basically grab them around the waist right there.
Yellow card issued to St. Clair number 37, Thomas Saba.
Even the Sheridan player did some jersey grabbing, but I think the whistle had already pretty much been blown by then. So a free kick midfield. Saba is still talking to the Sheridan player about that play. Big boot. That one kind of curves over to the left, headed towards the goal mouth. Sheridan's got a couple players there. They're in control. A little crossing ball. They took themselves offside, it looks like. And that's going to go in favor of the Saints. They have the ball, trailing by 1. Tries to head it forward. Nicely defended by the Bruins. So the Saints trail by 1. They're going to have to get one to get back into this match. Still a lot of time. Still over half an hour to go in this one. Quick throw in from Bronco. Bruins come away. Tries to get past Saba. Saints player goes to the turf. They play on. That's Morris. Morris trying to come up the middle. That's 25. Jaworski for the Saints. He's new onto the pitch. Mastriani gets it over to Saba. They got a runner up the right side. That's Noah Fisher Butler. He just can't catch up to that one. And that's Ibby now. And that ball gets booted away. That's going to be a throw-in in the back third for the Sheridan Bruins as they lead this one by 1. There's your scoreboard, just over half an hour to go. 9 shots to 7. Both keepers with 3 saves apiece. A couple of Saints making their way to midfield for substitution on the next whistle. Belcastro controls. Belcastro getting some pressure. He's going to go all the way back to the keeper, and Rahi has to help him out. The Saints trying to figure out a way to get past his Bruins defense. Going to work the far sideline this time. There's the newcomer, Michael Jaworski. He's a second-year player, 5'9" out of Windsor, St. Joe's High School. Correction, Holy Names High School. Saints content to try and play it slow. Here they come. They got Mastriani on the far side. Ibby defends. And that ball is going to be a throw-in for the Saints. And here come those substitutions now at midfield. That's Mastriani going off. Looks like Artico as well. There is a player down. Is that Ibby down, I think? Looks like he's just cramping up. He's getting some assistance on the right side by the Saints player. Pizzuto acting as the therapist, the trainer for the Bruins player. He makes his way back to his feet. But he's going to have to come off the pitch since a trainer came out. There's a look at the cloud cover here at Acumen Stadium. Probably about 26 Humidex last I looked. The sun just breaking through the clouds again, so it really heats things up. Some fans with some shade with the umbrellas here at Acumen. The referee blows this one back in. Nice throw in. Oh, that's kicked towards the goal, and the keeper has it. That's going to head across the goal line, so that's going to be a corner again. So the left boot of Rahi has it. Nicholas Rahi this time. Hard kick in towards the goal mouth. Headed away nicely by the Bruins. Saints trying to apply pressure. Player goes down. That is going to draw a whistle. So that's going to be a nice position there for the Saints. Let's take a look at this collision right here. That's Silva. And Silva gets tripped up by 19. Erebor. Iosa Erebor. A St. Roch secondary. We've seen them at the OFSA football a couple years in a row. The St. Roch Ravens. So the Saints have possession of it. Saba getting ready for the free kick. Looks like a couple yards, maybe 3 yards outside the box. A little curving ball in. That's headed away nicely by the Bruins, but that's going to lead to a corner for the Saints. 63rd minute. Bruins lead this one 2-1. They scored in the 56th minute here in the second half as the left boot of Rahi gets ready to put this back into play. Low line drive this time. That's headed away nicely by the Bruins. The Saints maintain control, but this backs them all the way up to midfield. Ventura. Far side chipped away by the Saints. Looking for space. Oh, nice little step through right footer, and the keeper's able to hang on to it. Saints player right there for any rebound, none to be had. Nice little crossover by the Saints forward, and the little short hop the keeper's able to hang on to. Siglarski. So Saints applying some pressure here in the second half as we're in the 64th minute of this one. They gave up a goal to lose the tie. It's 2-1 Bruins. The Bruins elect to go all the way across the field to the far side, right in front of Gianni Ferry and the Saints bench. Tries to move up the far side. Nice little ball. Bruins have some room. Looking for the cross. That's right near the goal line. It finally crosses the line. That's going to be a goal kick for Rahi. Nice little run on the far side by the Bruins player. Just trying to keep that ball from crossing the line. And you can see that red or orange boot just get a piece of it as it crosses the line for the goal kick. So Saba comes out of the game now. He's logged a lot of miles here in this one, so he's going to catch a breather here. Last 25 minutes. We'll see if he comes in for one last stretch run. Saints, Rahi has it on the goal. Waiting for the goal kick. That was Artico coming into the game. He had a strong first half for the Saints. Turnover, Bruins have it. They have a chance on the right side. Kick towards the net. Oh, he just knocks it away short side. A beautiful save by Rahi. A goal there might have been devastating for the Saints. You see this on the replay. A strong right boot. Trying to get that short side, but Max Rahi was there. And the 10th shot now by the Sheridan Bruins. 4 saves apiece for each keeper. Siglarski and Max Rahi. Low left booter, and that's healed away by the Saints. Nice little play by the Saints to try and get a bit of a run. That's Nicholas Rahi trying to keep that ball right on the sideline. It looks like it's going to cross the boundary line. It does. As there's another Saints player getting ready to substitute in. Bruins have it just on this side, midfield. Tries a little entry ball, one-on-one. There's a couple of Bruins there. Correa, he's the one goal scorer. He scored the goal back in the 30th minute for the Bruins to tie it up way back in the first half. Here comes Pizzuto out of the match. As the Saints bring in a substitute. And then that's Matthew Storty now. He was in number 21. We were missing his name back in the first half, but Matthew Storty, 6 foot, out of Milton, St. Francis Xavier, second-year player. That looks like Zachary Sobrai coming into the match. First time we've seen called his name today. Big boot by Max Rahi, midfield. Both headers miss it. Tries a little Pele action, but the Saints come up with it. Artico sends it over. The Saints control with Belcastro. Belcastro trying to find a lane. Nothing doing. The forward line of the Bruins really causing some Saints defenders some trouble. Handled nicely by Bronco. Tries to deflect it up to the Saints player. He had Silva, but he missed him. Nice control by the Bruins. Rahi reaches out for a handful of jersey, but whiffs. Turnover. Saints have a little bit of a run. That's Silva up the middle, but Ibby is there. Saints had a chance to get a good run towards the goal. Bruins decide to boot it up. That's going to go towards the keeper. And Rahi plays it. So Rahi slows things down, just rolls it out to his defender. Little boot to midfield. That looks like Silva. Silva tries to walk through a couple defenders. He does it. Little entry pass. Far side's Ventura. Ventura one-on-one in the corner battling. That ball heads towards the out-of-bounds line. Where's the referee going to point? Looks like it's going to head towards a goal kick. We've played 69 minutes here. Just over 20 to go. Bruins took the lead in the 56th minute here in the second half. David Munoz put one in the back of the net. And we have an injured player down at midfield for the Saints. That looks like it might be Aiden Belcastro. It is. It looks like 13. Belcastro from LaSalle, 5'10". He received a yellow back in the first half. So they're going to huddle up. And there's A little advertising we have. If you want to become a part of the We Digital Productions team, get a hold of us at email info@we-tv.ca. We film all the Saints sporting events as well as other sports across the Windsor-Essex area. Looking for camera people, graphics people, potential play-by-play. If you want to be part of the We Digital team, get a hold of us and see where you can help out. So you can see the injured player, Aiden Belcastro, limping off the field. The Saints are able to bring in a substitute. Takes his spot on the back line. That's number 16, Brody Reno. That's the first we've seen of Brody Reno. He's a first-year player, 5'7" defender out of Bell River, St. Anne's product. A little bit of sunshine still here, but mostly cloud cover now as we're approaching the 6 o'clock hour. Nice little footwork by Silva. Mittock has it, tries to get past his man. But he loses it at midfield, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Bruins. Bruins elect to throw it back towards their back line. Big boot up the middle, looking for, they have a man in. Nice control, but Rahi leaps on the ball. It just rolls on top of it. A couple of players there, Morris and Correa lurking around. Watch number 7, Correa, try to chip it up to himself, and he just chipped it a little too high because Max Rahi was there. Tries to fly in with a karate kick, but unable to do so. So another big opportunity for the Bruins as the Saints turn it over again. That's Morris. They got a runner on the far side. Barneswell's there. Barneswell looks like he's offside, and they finally kicks it. So the offside player didn't touch the ball. He walked away from it, but there must have been someone still offside, and the far referee put the flag up for the offside violation. Saints throw it in front of the Sheridan bench. The Saints came out strong in the second half, but were unable to get anything past the keeper. And then ever since that second goal went in, they haven't done a whole lot offensively. But here they come again on the far side. Little crossing ball, but nobody out front for the Saints. A nice little slide tackle from the Bruins. That ball gets it away. And the Saints are going to have to go all the way back to Rahi. What's the call here? That looks like a foul called against the Bruins. And they'll have a free kick over on the far side. Under 20 minutes to go here in this one. Both keepers with 4 saves apiece. 10 shots from the Bruins, only 8 from the Saints. Bruins turn the ball over, but Silva has it. He's got Ventura with him. He steps around past the ball, loses control, and this time they go all the way back. Nice little there's a turnover. Bruins have it. Jaworski loses. Solomon has it. Solomon gets pushed to the turf. But the Saints controlled. No whistle. They play on. The Saints trying to regroup. Artico to Jaworski. He's got Mittock, and that's going to be a throw-in far side. Looks like there's a Bruins player calling for a substitution, and there it is. You can see him running the hands. You can see the substitution coming in. Barneswell asking to come out of this match. Seems to be out of gas right now. Mateo Ligori comes in for him. There you see a therapist working on some Saints players to see if they can get back into this match if they're needed. A turnover by the Saints. They're in trouble here. Airborne all by himself. Slid in nicely by the last line of defense. and push it over the boundary line, but that's going to lead to a corner for the Bruins. Just about a quarter hour to go in this one. As the left foot of DeGroot is in the corner. Joshua DeGroot, 6-footer out of Mississauga, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Taking his time right now. The seconds are ticking away. Finally puts this into play. That gets past a couple of bodies. The Saints are able to clear it away. Big boot coming from the outside. And here come the Saints. Saints trying to send a runner, and that's Silva. That's going to go all the way to the keeper. Oh, they're calling for a foul. The flag is up. Looks like the keeper handled that outside of the goal area, so that's going to lead to a free kick at that spot. So watch this again. Oh, I don't know if we have it there. Let's watch this again. Remember that yellow line you can see? You can see, yeah, he's just outside the box, and he makes that play. So that's an 18-yard box, so that's how far the Saints are going to be away from the goal line. Oh, there's a yellow card for the keeper for handling the ball outside the penalty area. So that's Zaglarski in the 77th with a yellow. So it looks like it's going to be Silva. So it looks like there's 4 across on the defense line for the Bruins. There is. We'll see if he can bend this around the defenders or just try and pound it through and get some sort of rebound. So right at the 18-yard mark, the Saints have a chance to try and even this one up. Referee has everyone set, and I think we're ready to go. Silva eyes it, runs up with the right boot, sends a high ball. Another one. Oh, he scores! Brody Reno, the rookie, pounds home the rebound. 5-7 out of Bell River, his first OCAA goal, and it's a big one. And that might have even hit the left hand of the defender. And Reno just blows it through the keeper. Keeper couldn't get his hands up in time. A rocket coming from Brody Reno. And the Saints have tied it at 2 as we now enter the 79th minute. He scores in the 78th off the free kick rebound.
St. Clair goal scored in the 78th minute by number 16, Brody Reno.
Reno officially gets the goal, his first OCAA tally. A massive goal for Gianni Ferry and his Saints. Again, this Sheridan team, 7-2-1 last year, so a strong team. The Saints in their 2 matches so far really proving themselves to be a problem. They played Humber tight for 82 minutes until they gave up a couple late ones. And here we go again as we enter the last 10 minutes or so, and we're even at 2 again. We'll see if the Saints can finish a little bit stronger here in the last 10 minutes or so. A little trouble. Morris sends in the player. Rahi slides out. Oh, he goes diving over it. And Rahi's able to pounce on the loose ball as the Bruins player limps away. You take a quick look on the replay as 19 comes in. Erebor. And the keeper is able to pounce on it, trip up the forward, and then get back to his feet to make the save. So shots are almost even now, 11-10. The Bruins still advantage. 4 saves apiece, 2 goals apiece. evenly matched game. We're coming to you live from the pitch here at Acumen Stadium here on the campus of St. Clair College. My name is Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us down the stretch run here. We got a good one. Couple substitutes at midfield for the Saints. Looks like they're going to wait for the next whistle. The Bruins trying to send one into the box here. There's a curving ball headed away. Loose ball towards the goal. Kicked away by the Saints. Morris misses. Nicely played by the Saints. Oh, he's got a run. That's Silva. Silva looking for some help. He's got Rahi with him, Nicholas Rahi. And that goes off the defender, and that looks like it's going to be a throw, and it is. And then we're going to finally get those substitutes on the far side from the Saints. So a big goal by Reno back in the 78th minute, and we're all square here as our Tico is coming off the pitch. So is Soberai. And look at the captain's armband. There comes Thomas Saba back in. And the leadership of Thomas Saba, fifth-year player. Throw-in opportunity for the Saints. On the near side. High throw-in into the box. Headed away. It looks like it was by the Bruins. And that's over the line. So that's going to be a corner now for the Saints. Saints setting up the corner. That looks like it is, 24. That's Nicholas Rahi. He had one goal in 2024. He's got the strong left boot trying to send it to the middle, trying to head something home. That's high above everybody. Headed in! Oh, just short side. Big opportunity from the Saints. A beautiful corner from Rahi. And watch this on the far side. The header just misses wide. Silva can't believe he missed that one. So a strong opportunity, the Saints applying pressure. Ball's at midfield. The Saints temporarily have control. Now they do. Silva loses it, but it's past the boundary line. Throw in. Another substitution coming in for the Bruins this time. 7.5 to go, plus any added time. We're deadlocked at 2, coming down the stretch. There's the throw in by the Saints. Just sails over the heads of a couple of players. And the Bruins come away. That's Ligori. Oh, tripped up by the Saints player. There's a foul called. They're going to have a free kick back in their own end. As you'll see it right here. Kind of steps on the foot of number 14, Samuel Vera. So brought in by the Saints. Oh, it slid away nicely by the Saints defender. That's Brody Reno, the goal scorer. Sent that rocket home back in the 78th minute to tie this one. Saints defending. There's one coming short side. That's going to go past everyone. And that's going to be a goal kick for Rahi. Rahi direct traffic. Wait, so everyone gets towards midfield and sends it right to midfield. Headed back by the Bruins. Bruins have a run on the far side. That's Ligori. Ligori, oh, shoots one in. Saved nicely by Rahi. Rahi pounces on the loose ball. So this one stays at 2. The strong goalkeeping by Rahi. That was a nice boot by Matteo Ligori. 5'9" out of Milton. So a little danger there by the Saints. That one goes to midfield. That's going to send it. That's Ibby. Ibby steps around one defender. Or one forward, I should say. Nicholas Rahi knocks his man down. Draws the whistle call. Here's a step around by Ibby. Well, that would already happen, but here's your foul call. A little shove there from Nicholas Rahi. Saba tries to control but loses. Munoz has it. Munoz looking for a crossing ball. Bounces, almost bounces away from the keeper. There you go. You see the clock ticking up. Just over 5 minutes to go in regulation. There'll be a little added time. Almost a turnover there by the Saints in their own end. Pizzuto has it. Ventura, he scored the penalty kick early in this one, back in the 21st. Here comes Ligori. Saba defends. Turned over, Saints have it. Saba just boots one to the near side of the field. All by himself is Nick Rahi. And they decide just a clearing ball. Oh, they tried to get Silva on the run. So a nice attempt on the kick and run by... Oh, that's going to be a foul on Saba at midfield as he shoved the forward down, but not a terrible foul to get. Allows his defense to regroup. Near side is DeGroot. DeGroot heads to the middle, now crosses back. Bruins have it far side. Little centering ball. Oh, tries to leapfrog him, and that's a foul called, an unforced error. He just tried to leapfrog the forward. Bronco riding him like a bronco on that one. And yeah, Bronco just jumps right up on the back. So a little ill-advised foul from that's going to set the Bruins up in dangerous territory here. So no card, just a foul. But the Bruins are set up in the dangerous area here. Rahi just about a yard off his line. That's Matteo Ligori. Looking for the boot. High. Oh, he scored! What a beautiful goal by Ligori. Ligori bends it around the defense. And the foul called on Bronco cost them a big goal. Watch Ligori hook it around the defenders. He just bends it around about 30 yards away. Rahi tries to sky to knock that away, unable to do so. 88th minute, Ligori.
7th minute for Sheridan. Number 9, Matteo Ligori.
So the costly foul by Bronco, and the Saints now trail by 1. So a huge mistake defensively by the Saints, and that might cost them 3 points. There's Bronco with the ball. Just not sure what he was thinking on that leapfrog, just jumping right through and over a defender. Here comes Reno. Reno's got the 1 goal. As the Saints now have to push a little bit, as Rahi quickly gets the ball back into play for the Saints. The Saints try and chip it through, defended, headed away by the Bruins. Saints have it though. Saints running out of time, only a couple minutes to go here. A little bit added time, but not much. Tries to send one man in. They had a chance. That was Jaworski in on it for the Saints. And now you see the Bruins not rushing at all in this one. As the keeper, that's Siglarski now. Kicks that away. Doesn't get a ton on it, just shy of midfield. Headed away by Saba. A few headers later, and this ball still hasn't touched the turf, and now it finally has. And that ball's going to trickle past the line. Ventura and Saba are going to have to hustle to get this one back in play. We're approaching the horn at 90 minutes. And they got a player in. That's Munoz. Munoz chips one in. That's going to go past everyone. A substitution late in this one, as you see on the clock. 3-2, Sheridan leads. We're about 5 seconds away from the horn, then the added time's going to start. Late substitution for the Saints. And there's your horn. Looking for a sign of added time. I don't see any fingers up from the referees, so there's not going to be a lot of time. Bruins have it. They're just going to push the ball away, and the Saints are going to have to hurry to get this one. But it's the Bruins' possession though, so they're going to take their time getting this one back into play. They have the 1-goal lead, so they're in no rush here late in this one. And they finally throw it towards the corner. And then the Saints push it out again, so this is a nice stall tactic by the Bruins. Throw in coming. They throw it back into that corner. The Saints are going to have to figure out a way to get it out of that corner and keep possession. The flag is up, so they finally turn it over. The Saints have it. And there's a yellow card as the one player was yelling at the referee. That's number 6. That's Hankowski. He's going to be put in the book with a yellow.
Sheridan number 6, Matthew Hankowski.
So Hankowski goes into the book. Quick throw in by the Saints. They have no time to waste here. That ball gets headed away. They're going to need some sideline help by maybe the Saints women's team that's down on the field. The referee it backs them up. The Saints trying to keep that. It goes past the line. It's going to be another throw in. This time it's Jaworski again. They work it in. That's Pizzuto. Pizzuto tries to get to Rahi on the far side. Rahi stumbles over the ball, and that ball gets kicked away, and that's going to be a lot of trouble. That's a throw-in on the far side. And the Bruins have control of this one, up a goal. We're 2 minutes into added time. High up in the air, Renault's there. Renault gives it ahead. Jaworski off the chest of the Bruins player. Quick throw in for the Saints. He's got to hurry here. Nice throw in into the box. Header towards Brody. Let's see if he can rip one in there. Left boot. The keeper falls on it, and that might be it. With a 1-goal lead. We're now approaching the 3 minutes of added time. He just punts this one away to midfield. The Saints are going to have to push it in quickly. Off the referee. Who's going to have it? Let's see, the referee's going to drop this back in. It's going to go to the Saints on the drop. We're over 3 minutes of added time. A left boot into the box. Push it, head it. It just headed towards the goal mouth. And there is your final whistle. 3.5 minutes of added time, but a big goal in the 87th minute by Ligori. And the St. Clair Saints drop a 3-2 match to the Sheridan Bruins. My name is Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us here on We Digital today. The Saints women's team win 4-0. The men's team drop a heartbreaker 3-2. And then we'll be back here tomorrow for men's soccer action and women's here at Acumen Stadium and over at Lacoste Park for men's baseball action. Until then, have a good night. We'll see you then.